Welcome back to the show. Most entrepreneurs know that ongoing social media marketing is essential for every small business, and it is a lot of work. The big question is, what is the best strategy to make that happen the most efficient way? And that's what you are going to get answers to in this episode. My name is István Bújdosó, and this is the 47 Marketing Show that reveals smart tips and efficiency hacks for busy entrepreneurs to get more marketing done in less time. First, before we go through the efficient social media strategy, let's touch base on the steps of a typical social media process so you will see what you can make much more productive. Along the way, I will also share with you some extra tips. And then we will talk about how to make your social media process super effective. So the typical social media marketing starts with this. Getting to know your target audience and what they want. The goal is always to serve your audience with content that gives them value, either through entertainment or education or with the mix of those two. And to be able to do that, you need to know what your target audience wants, which obviously requires time to research. If you already have an audience, their feedback, likes, comments, and shares are a great way to do a part of the research. And if you don't have an audience yet or want to get more inspiration, then the next step is checking out the competitors, finding people on social media who are already serving your target audience and they have more active followers than you, then simply understanding what they post and when, how people react to and engage with those social media posts. And that can be used as a source of inspiration, something that you can model. This doesn't mean copying it. It means doing something similar and adding a bit of your uniqueness to it. In a typical social media process, the next step is creating images or videos. The aim with those is to create a pattern interrupt, which means when people are scrolling through their feeds, those images and videos need to interrupt their scrolling, so they stop and look at the rest of the post. The regular research and actually creating the images and videos can take up quite some time. You will see soon how this entire process can be done in a much more efficient way than typically. After the images or videos, normally the next step is writing the copy of the post. Usually this means multiple versions of one post because different platforms require different lengths and formats. For example, Facebook allows longer posts while LinkedIn limits to a medium length, and Twitter only allows 280 characters. Even though the length and the format may differ, generally a great value post on social media follows a structure like this. It starts with a hook that builds curiosity in the reader to read the rest of the post. In the middle, the post entertains or educates, or those two at the same time. And the end of the post is a call to action to comment or like or to visit an offer. And the last element of a typical social media process is publishing the post and doing that on multiple platforms. Depending on your audience and the social media platforms, publishing a post best to happen at different times and days, and the regularity also varies. For example, on Twitter, multiple times a day, on Facebook, at least once a day, on YouTube, once or twice a week, and the list could go on and on. So this is a quick overview of the steps of a typical social media process. Basically, what you can make much more productive. If you enjoyed these tips so far, then click on the like button. That is a great way you can support us. So click on that like button now and thank you for it. And now let's talk about how to make your social media process super effective. First of all, the goal is to make your ongoing social media marketing happen with as little as your ongoing involvement as possible. To these areas, getting to know your target audience, researching competitors, creating images or videos, writing the copies, and publishing the post, use as much of the following marketing strategy as you can. Automation. One of the most time-consuming parts of social media is publishing the posts on multiple platforms in different formats at various times and in different ways. If you are busy like most entrepreneurs, then keeping up with all that is a huge challenge. That's where social media automation comes into the picture and makes things much more efficient. Tools like Social Pilot can be used to schedule most of your social media posts so you can free up your mind and time and focus on other parts of your business. The next part of the efficiency strategy is delegation. Pretty much all parts of social media marketing can be delegated except one part, you being in the images and videos. The rest either can be automated or delegated. And not only can be, those two elements are essential for making social media marketing efficient and getting it done with the minimal of your ongoing involvement. Besides automation and delegation, that is a third key element. Processes. You can have the best automation tools and the most productive team. Without processes, they won't work effectively. Processes, simply put, are written and video guides on what to do, what tools to use, how and when, and who needs to do them in order to be the most efficient. Either you work out those processes or you can delegate it. Either way, they need to be in place. Besides the ongoing productivity factor, processes also help to onboard new team members and get existing ones to do your social media marketing without bothering you. The next piece of the puzzle is optimization. In an ideal world, everything would work perfectly from the very first try. The reality is that there is always space for optimizations and making things work even more efficiently and smoothly, either with adjusting parts of your social media marketing or even eliminating parts that don't work. With a combination of automation, delegation, processes, and optimization, you can get your social media sorted with only a minimal of your ongoing involvement. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button, it helps the channel a bit, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified of the future videos just like this one. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one.